In this video, I'll give you all the tips you need to know to travel to San Andrés without any problems and get the most out of your trip, how to get there, when to go, there are times when it's not advisable, where to stay, which are the best beaches, how to do the tours, how to get your money there, how many days to stay, what are the main tourist attractions, all the tips summarized in an essential video for your trip. So guys, don't forget to give us a like, that thumbs up, it's really important for us, so I'm counting on you. Subscribe to the channel and buckle up. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, the largest travel content network in the world, and today we're gonna talk about San Andrés, the cheapest Caribbean in the world. A very good destination for you who want to travel, see paradisiacal places and save some money because yes, it's the cheapest compared to Aruba, Punta Cana, Cancun, Curacao, Monterey, Barbados. It's undoubtedly the cheapest and it's beautiful. It's totally worth it. So let's go. The first tip, when to go to San Andrés. I really like to talk about this one, guys, because it really influences the trip. If you haven't seen a date yet, you can choose good months. If you do, don't worry, right? Even if you go in the months I'm going to tell you not to, you can still enjoy it. It's just a tip to make the most out of it. In San Andrés, the raining season is for May to November or October, so if you can travel between December and April, that's the dry season. The dry season without being the rainy season, which has much less rainfall, the weather is less cloudy, you have days with blue skies, no rain, and you'll be able to enjoy all the excursions, and it's not so hot. It's still hot, but it's not as hot as the other summers in Colombia and the Caribbean. But if you go in the others, just be aware that there will be a bit of a rain at night. It may be cloudy on some days, so if you want to plan your excursions, try to do them in the first few days, because if you have to postpone it, you can enjoy it all year round. Okay guys, no problem at all. It's really good. How do I get to San Andrés? San Andrés is an island, right? It's Colombian, but it's an island above Colombia, so it's quite a distance from there. It's actually closer to Panama than to Colombia, but you can take several flights. There's no direct flights, right? At least there aren't any more from our country or other places in South America. You can make a stopover either in Bogota, which is the most common, or in Panama City. It's a quick stopover. You go there, and from Bogota, for example, it's an hour and 20 flight to San Andrés. Panama was almost the same, if I'm not mistaken. It took 1 hour, but they were quick, cheap flights. It's more about seeing the logistics and what best suits your city, the airport, and where you live. Some people, because they have to stop in Bogota or Panama City, end up spending a few days there. I recommend it, right? 2 days in Bogota, in Panama City, 2-3 days too. These are great destinations to visit. Since you're stopping, the ticket's there, you're not paying anything for it. Take the accommodation, it's cheaper than San Andrés. You enjoy the beach and get to know the place. Panama is very good for shopping. It's practically the same as here in the United States. I think the prices are very good. I really liked the malls and outlets there. Bogota is a more historical and cultural city. With 2 days there, you can get to know the main tourist attractions well. How many days to stay in San Andrés? I don't think it's worth staying less than 3 days for the trouble of getting there, guys, okay? So try to stay at least 3, 4, 5 is ideal. Gabriel, I want to rest, I want to stay a week. Great, there's not so much to do, but if you, at least I'm like that, I'd stay 10 days in a beach town like that, just relaxing, lying there. Some people don't like it, but if you like it and want to rest, you can stay longer. If not, 4 or 5 days, I think it's perfect. It's ideal itinerary for you. Safety. Is it a safe place in general, guys? Colombia, the 3 destinations we think are pretty safe, right? Bogota, Cartagena, and San Andrés. Very safe. Of course, you have to be vigilant, just like anywhere else in the world. There may be some pickpockets, which there are in Brazil, for example, in Europe, and in many tourist places, especially in Bogota, which is a big city and has a lot of traffic, so just be aware and walk carefully. But when it comes to security, they've really stepped up security in this tourist destination, and it's very peaceful. In Cartagena, we just felt a bit uncomfortable with people trying to sell you things and being very invasive, forcing you to look at things, handicrafts, these little things, so be prepared. If you have a picture, don't ask anyone to take your picture, that they'll offer you something and then they'll demand money in return, so just be aware of that. But in terms of safety, of feeling safe, we found Colombia to be a very nice and peaceful country, so you can go there and enjoy with peace of mind, so you don't have to worry. Where to stay in San Andrés? The island is quite big, right? So try to stay in a good location. The northern region is the best. We like to stay there. We highly recommend it because it's where you find the nicest beaches, the centers. I think it makes a lot easier, even for the middle of the island down there. I think it's a bit more deserted and there aren't many tourist attractions to see, but the whole island is beautiful and well worth exploring. This top region, even to make it a little easier, we created a personalized link with this personalized map that shows you where to stay. I'll leave the link here under the video in the description, the link that has this personalized map which shows you all the best hotels, the cheapest ones for you to stay, to help you with your booking. Using this link, this website, you get very good prices, cheaper hotels. Compare it with the other websites, you see that always has good options. It's where we always manage to save a lot and do a good research to get the best price possible. In this link, guys, that are all the links we use to make our trips, to organize everything, the best places we know, all the ones that are cheap as possible. Then there's this map link which you find on a very good booking site. It's the biggest in the world, I am sure you know it too, and it's where you always find the best prices. The hotel we stayed in, good and cheap. I'll also give you the hotels in all the cities, all described, the website to buy tickets and tours, the cheapest cell phone chip, travel insurance for half the price, all the items there for you to organize your entire trip to Colombia, spending as little as possible on everything. So save the link, use it, because inside the links that are already discounts. So in this page you can sit down at your computer and take it easy, but it's going to be a guide for you to plan your entire trip. If you're staying longer than 4 or 5 days, I really like the Chicó and Chapinero area, which are next to each other. It's a bit far from the center, but it's a more beautiful area with more hotel options, even better in cheaper hotels than in the center. It's a very nice area in the evening where you can enjoy good restaurants, and there's a very nice shopping center there, so it's a more pleasant option if you want to stay longer. So take these two options. A tip: research the prices, put in the date of your trip, use the link that we give you below, because if you see a good option in one or the other, you will also go for the price. And since we're talking about hotels, here's an important tip just so you can go to San Andrés with your expectations aligned, because many people go with a different idea, right? Or they start researching and get a bit disappointed, which is it the Caribbean? Yes, the beaches are beautiful, paradisiacal, beautiful, perfect, but the hotels aren't resort style, all-inclusive, gigantic with infinity pools, all those structures we see in the movies, in Punta Cana, Cancun, Aruba. It's different there. The hotels are simpler, more rustic. The more expensive ones, the best hotels, you see that they're normal hotels, right? There's not a lot of luxury or sophistication, just so you understand what the idea of San Andrés really is. A lot of people think it's a big resort and everything. When they go to research the hotels, they say, but where are the hotels? Those are the ones, that's the style. What I've left here in the link below, I've left the hotel we stayed in. It's very good, facing the beach. You enjoy the natural beauty a lot, so you can look for good hotels. Most of them don't have hot water, okay? This is very important for those who don't like taking cold showers, so look for hotels that have hot water. The one we stayed in had it, but if you want to do a research, it's very easy to find. Put it on Google, everyone shares their experience, so you can find at least one that has a hot bath, the shower. If you don't mind, then it's even easier to choose. Speaking of water, avoid drinking tap water, water from glasses. Avoid it as much as possible, okay guys? Try to use everything from a bottle just in case, and you don't have any intestinal or stomach problems there, because it's a possibility. And how do you get around San Andrés, around the island, guys? If you stay in the location we talked about, you already be close to a lot of things. Spread by Beach, which is the coolest and best known, is already there. You'll be taking the boat trips, which we'll talk about here, so it's easier. But to explore the island, at least one day you have to explore all of it here. It's a very nice tour. It's practically the coolest of the trip. You have to rent a car. It's not possible there. There are no rental cars, but you can rent a motorcycle and those dolphins. Oh my god, not dolphins. pesos. Golf carts, look at the dolphin. You've got, I got my head all mixed up. And there are golf carts that you can rent, the kind that carry 4 people, you know. It's very easy, it's very cheap. You can rent it and see the whole island. You can rent tickets and excursions website if you want to be sure. Rent and secure yours. They sometimes deliver it to your hotel. Check the logistics if you don't have to pick it up there, but it's a great way to get to know the island. Now the main question on everyone's lips, how do I get my money there? How do you buy Colombian pesos? There are tips on how to save a lot of money, right? So let's go. The currency usage there is the Colombian peso. Very few places accept the dollar, so go with the Colombian peso, which is more guaranteed. And nowadays, there's a much more advantageous and cheaper way, guys, which are global digital accounts. If you don't already have one, do some research. These are accounts that you open in less than 5 minutes, super easy, digital, through the app with just your ID. You don't pay for opening the account, you don't pay monthly maintenance fees, anything like that, and you can create an account in dollars. With this digital dollar account, you can top it up in dollars and use it anywhere in the world. You ask for your physical card, it's just any account, like a bank account with your physical card, so you can use it all over the world. You load it with dollars and you can use it in any currency, and it converts automatically, so it ends up being much cheaper, but a lot cheaper, right? It's a huge savings. And why? The dollar you buy is the commercial dollar, not the tourist dollar, which is a more expensive dollar and is charged at exchange houses and on credit cards. It would even be the same as the tourist Colombian peso. You pay as if it were the commercial Colombian peso. The conversion is very good, and the IOF is 1.1% on this card. If you swipe the credit card, it's 5.2, 5.1% IOF. In short, it's much cheaper. Do one and you save money. I'll leave the link below as well. This account that we have today, which I think is very good, the link for you to download the app, it's super fast, and the discount coupon we have with them gives you $20 depending on the first shipment. So open an account, make a nice shipment of $500, $600 within the first 15 days if you can, and then you also order a physical card so that it arrives home quickly, and then you can travel peacefully and you won't have any problems with the exchange rate. And an extra tip, I always like to have cash on me for anything if the card doesn't work. This card makes it possible for you to withdraw money for the cash machine, so you can get there at Bogota airport or any other city. You go there and withdraw Colombian pesos with it, the local currency, and you get a better rate. And now, before we get into the tours, here are 2 items that are very important when traveling internationally: a cell phone SIM card and travel insurance. The SIM card, can you buy cheaper ones in Colombia? Yes, if you get there, look for a store, buy it, install it, you can get better prices. Yes, it's cheaper, but we didn't have good experiences with, we tried to do this in both Argentina and Colombia. You have to go to the place, to the mall, wait in line to be seen, get attended, install it. There was a problem in Argentina, we didn't have anyone to call, so we found it a bit complicated. It wasn't worth it, because those hours of travel you're spending are worth money because you've paid to be there. You're paying for hotel, airfare, everything, so we thought it was a bill that wasn't worth it in the end, so we opted to pay a little more and buy a SIM card beforehand in our country, which is an international SIM card that you travel with. When you get there, put it in and you can use the internet without any problems. I'll also leave the links to the SIM card below. Take a look. It's a very good SIM card. You can install it virtually in the newest cell phones. You don't need to receive the SIM card at home. And international travel insurance, for those of you who don't know, it's extremely important anywhere in the world. For Europe, it's mandatory. It's so important, but for Colombia, it's not. But we recommend it, and it's much cheaper than people think. Sometimes $3 or $4 you can get good insurance per day that will cover you for more than $30,000 in medical costs. Guys, it can happen, right? It happened to us once. In all the traveling we do, sometimes it can happen at some point, going to the doctor, getting sick, being hospitalized, twisting a foot or a hand, so be prepared because consultations are very expensive. I'll leave you links below to a travel insurance comparator. It compares insurance with all the insurers and shows you the cheapest prices. It's the cheapest place to go, so have a look. We recommend that you use it if you travel anywhere in the world. And what to do in San Andrés? What are the tours? What are the paradisiacal beaches? So let's go, guys. Sightseeing on the islands, that's the day you spend there, you get to know the places. It's not that difficult, right? Because the island isn't big, it's a big thing, you know, so you can go and explore the whole island. It's easy and one day we'll take care of it. But then there are the beaches that are really nice for you to relax, visit and get to know each other in more depth. There is Peatonal, which is the center of the island. Some people speak Peatonal. The name is a bit difficult to pronounce, but it's right there in the center. It has a very nice structure. There are restaurants, there are tables and chairs there for you to reserve on the beach, sit down, it's very quiet. And then there's San Luis, which is I like because it's a bit more deserted than this one. It's a bit quieter for you who want to relax a bit more. And then on the day of sightseeing, when you're with the golf cart, there are some really nice places to visit there. The Hoyo Soplador, which is the blowing eye, which is very cool. It's a hole there, I can't even explain it, guys, but just if you can see the photo here, it blows water, it's really cool. There is the West View, which is a beautiful, fantastic landscape, a great place to snorkel. Tip, guys, take a pair of goggles and a snorkel to breathe because you're going to see a lot of fish. The marine life there is very beautiful and it's more expensive to buy and rent, so take it with you, buy it cheap and you see a lot on your trip. And there are two islands that are very famous and worth a visit. Aquarium Island, it's a beautiful island where you see lots of fish. For this one, take our snorkel, that's fine, but the agencies do the complete tour. We really liked it. Here on the website below, take a look. There's the price, description, tour, the pictures, evaluation, everything about the tours. There's a tour to Aquarium Island, which is very cool, a very nice island to visit. So it's a bit more about nature. There are fish, it's really cool. And also Johnny Cay. Johnny Cay is the most famous island at all. We really liked Johnny Cay. It's the point where everyone goes to spend the day. There's a restaurant, there's a support point where you can go to the bathroom, there are sun loungers for you to lie on the beach. There's everything. It's really nice. And the shades of the blue sea, guys, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's very nice. It's one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. You'll be on a small island in the middle of nowhere. It's like something out of a movie. It's worth taking the boat trip. And the nightlife in San Andrés isn't as busy as in Cartagena, which has more options, but what I found cool is that there's Coco Loco, which is a really cool lively nightclub. It depends, right? Some days it's empty, some days it's full, depends on the day, whether it's a Friday, Saturday, weekend or weekday, but it's worth going to enjoy a drink, a tequila, getting to the Colombia atmosphere. It plays Colombian music, Latin music, reggaeton, salsa, all of the kind of Latin music, but it's very cool. It's a very lively place, a very nice vibe. It's very cool. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the other videos from Colombia, which are very good. I'll leave a couple of others for you here to plan your trip as well as possible, guys. So thank you very much and have nice trips.